and welcome back. I belong to a private Facebook group called Shoot Me, the Art and Business of Photography, and there's been a lot of talk regarding frequency separation and getting some skin tones and consistency to those skin tones. And I ventured into some uncharted waters. I've never wrote actions for anyone else. I write actions based on how I shoot and what some of my images need, but I've never made an action for others. So I ventured into some territory that I've never been and created an action for you guys. So I want to first thank a gracious member of the group for loaning me this image to use in the sample video. And we're going to get started. What you want to do is take care of any of the impurities that you want to get rid of. We typically will focus on acne or whatever. I will not ever remove beauty marks or moles because that's really the personality of the person. And this is a mole over here. So we'll never touch that. What I typically do is create a new layer, and I go to my healing tool, which is J, if you're on a PC, for jump, and making sure that the content aware is on, and it does a pretty good job. So we're going to clean this up real quick. And his skin wasn't bad to begin with, so that's where we're at right now. So at this point, we'll merge the layers, and we're going to run the action. I have it loaded already, frequency with tone. I've used and modified my shortcut keys that F5 runs my actions for me. So that's all I have to do is hit F5 and it plays them. Now the message that comes up is paint on black mask with a white brush for the frequency and blur and adjust to your taste. Select the tone of skin or choose your own and paint it on with a white brush and reduce to your taste. So when we look at these layers, we have a frequency and blur and we have a skin tone. Now I made this pretty general, so you're going to bring down the opacity probably anywhere between 40 to 60%, depending on your skin. So what we're going to do is B for brush tool, and we're going to select a soft brush, and let me get to my soft brushes here. We're going to use a soft brush on this. And we're going to paint it on at 100%. And you can see that it's clearing him up really nice. But if we zoom in, we can see all of that detail still there. So we'll zoom in and finish him up a little bit. We don't want to do the lips or the highlights. These are very detailed, and we want to leave that detail there. You don't want to go over the eyes. You don't want to go over the lips. We just want to try and keep some consistency within his skin. And like I said, just painting it on. Now we'll come to the color tone layer, and we'll do the same thing. We're going to paint this on, and as you can see, it's lifting some of that shadow because it's a soft light layer. And it has given him a very peachy tone. Now, we could stop there, or if you chose and you didn't like the color of the skin tone, all you have to do is double click this and your color picker will come up and you can choose something within his skin. Now, he has a bit of a warm cast to him, so I'm going to click there and you'll see that it pulled up a peachy warm. So we can say okay to that if that's what you chose to do, and we can always drop the opacity. Or we could go to our history panel and change it back. Now this, like I said, needs to be brought down to at least, I'm going to say for him about 58%. Men, you don't want to take and alter their skin so much because you want them to maintain their pores, their mustache hairs, whatever it might be. But men, I typically don't touch too much. Now, like I said, this is not a one fix deal. There's a lot of you that do dodging and burning. You can add those layers within this. Right now, I didn't do any eye sharpening. I didn't do anything to his pupils. That's not the purpose of the video. But if you wanted to just be okay with this, what I typically will do is a color balance layer, and I'll increase my reds a little and my magentas. I'll come over and I will invert that layer. Let's move it to the top. And to bring back some of the pink in his cheeks, we're just going to paint that on with our soft brush. And we can adjust the opacity. And we're going to zoom out. And it looks amazing. Here's our before. Here's our after. So, like I said, this will be placed on my website along with this tutorial. And I hope that you all benefit from it. Again, like I stated, this is the first time I've ever done it for others, so I'm hopeful that you will all enjoy it. I've had 4 people testing it and they love it so far, so I may come back and readjust this at some point, or I may make another action. I really don't know. It was fun to do, and as you all know, I have no limits. I will share whatever I know. So I hope you enjoy and have a great day. Thank you again.